3 ways to show gratitude. We've heard it on and on again. Actions speak louder than words. We can sit here and be thankful to the source of creation, to God, and by verbalizing and talking about what we're thankful for, all the blessings that we have. And although that is one way to do it, I mean, why not? You can. But what about if you were to apply the whole actions speak louder than words? How can you show action to be grateful? I'm gonna tell you 3 of them real quick. And then if you stay to the end of the video, I'm gonna show you one more that I learned about 3 years ago that has really just, it's not action, but it's a way to look at things that you wouldn't imagine, like, wow, I'm gonna be grateful for that. Watch, wait to the end though. I'll tell you as a bonus one, as a +1, number 4. So number 1, exercise. Exercise, and I don't mean exercise like you have to go to the gym, you have to have a gym membership, you have to belong to some sort of a class. No, simply just dedicating a separate movement, a separate exercise, other than, for say, what you do at work. Well, I do a lot already. I did yard work. That's my exercise. No, you were supposed to do yard work. No, you were supposed to go to work. No, you were supposed to go to that class you committed to, whatever, coaching your kid's team or whatever. And what about exercise for gratitude? What about that set of push-ups that you do just to be grateful? It doesn't even have to be like a full-on, 4 sets of till fail, 4 sets of 30, 4 sets of, no, really, it could just simply be just 5 push-ups before you go to bed, just to be grateful, to show gratitude that you had a great day today. 4 push-ups in the morning up against the counter as gratitude for waking up today. A walk around the block, a walk to the corner, a walk to the basketball court and back before I get in the car, just as gratitude, even though I just played a full game right now. Because I forgot to dedicate this game to gratitude. It's separate, because that game you're playing for fun. You were gonna play it anyways. And yeah, although you could put the intention of that game for gratitude, but how about just having something completely extra and to the side and separate? A set of exercise, just strictly to show gratitude. Gratitude for having this body that's allowing you to experience the life that you've experienced and you are experiencing. That's one way to show gratitude. Exercise. Number 2, diet. Tracking your food. Limiting your food intake. Just as simple as that. I usually have 5 cookies. I'm going to have no cookies at this sitting. I usually have 2 pieces of bread. I'm just going to have 1. I usually put hot sauce on my chicken. I'm not gonna put any hot sauce on my chicken. Or I usually put, hot sauce on my chicken 3-4 times as I'm eating it along the way. As it runs out, I add it. This time, I'm only gonna do it once, and that's it. I'm not gonna go 2nd, 3rd, 4th seasoning of sauce on my chicken. That's me, right? I love my hot sauce. Limiting the amount of food you take in, the amount of dressings, the amount of, what's that word I'm looking for? The amount of sides. Any kind of food limitation you could consider it as diet, which could be considered that portion of gratitude of saying, I'm limiting the amount of food I'm taking in. Whatever it is. You limit the amount of food that you take in, you're keeping yourself, you're restricting yourself, you're sacrificing something that basic human need, which is that food, and then you're adding the part that, man, but I really like this ice cream. Yeah, but instead of having 2 scoops, I'm gonna have 1.5 scoops. And then the intention behind me not eating that half a scoop, leaving it in the tub, leaving it in the container, is for gratitude. It's the intention behind it. It wasn't it fell. Oh, that'll just be my gratitude. No. You're intentionally putting it back. You're intentionally not having it. You're intentionally not enjoying it for the sake of gratitude. You're sacrificing it for the sake of gratitude. You're limiting yourself you're depriving yourself from consuming it in order to show gratitude. That's the second one. That's diet. So we got exercise, diet, and then the last one, number 3, before I give you that 4th one, number 3 is wake up time. The time you wake up. You're limiting your sleep, the amount of restful, relaxing, quiet, warm, cozy sleep for gratitude. It could be 1 minute, it could be 5 minutes. It could even be, going to bed early because you love to stay up a little later. You love to hang out. And instead of going to bed at 10, I'm going to go to sleep at 9:45. You're turning in, you're turning it off. You're showing, you're limiting the fun time that you could have out here. Also, too, you reverse it to the wake up time. the wake up time is just it's a lot more difficult. And, for some of us, there is a handful of people out there that I've met that have absolutely no problem waking up. My dad being one of them. That guy's woken up easy. My mother-in-law too. Just, they wake up like cake, 2:30 in the morning, no problem. Been doing it for 100 years. Like, wow, To others, such as myself, waking up is, till this day, still a challenge. And I'm up for that challenge, and I fight it every day, and it's my gratitude every morning to get up early. Oh, man, I'm yet to join the 4 a.m. club. I'm at the 5 a.m. club right now. And although I have woken up at 4:45, 4:30, it's just really tough to stay there. And I will get it. I will belong to the 4 a.m. club. But, it's levels, baby steps of building momentum and making progress. But getting up at 5:45, getting up at 5:15, getting up at 5:05 is a lot more difficult than getting up at 6:15. It wouldn't change anything in my schedule. It wouldn't, 6. I could get up at 6 and everything wouldn't skip a beat. Everything would go exactly the same. But I choose to get up at 5:15, at 5:30, at 5:10. Why? Sacrifice. I'm sacrificing sleep and I'm showing gratitude. I want to be up more. But what about the whole going to sleep thing? I'm just doing something that I would prefer not to do if everything would go my way. I want to stay up late to hang out, but I'm going to go to sleep. I want to stay asleep so I can rest and be cozy. I'm going to take that away. I'm sacrificing some of the goodness. I'm sacrificing some of the deliciousness of life in order to show gratitude. I'm depriving myself of something that's enjoyable. Rest. I'm sacrificing rest by exercising. Food. I'm sacrificing food. The satisfaction of this deliciousness. That's how I'm sacrificing food. I'm sacrificing that deliciousness. And then I'm sacrificing sleep in order to show gratitude. So exercise, diet, wake up time. Tired, hungry, and sleepy. Or, you know what I mean. Anyways, those are the 3 simple ways where you can start showing gratitude besides just being grateful for the blessings that you already have. So imagine you wake up once a day. So that's gratitude right there. Start off the day with gratitude by getting up early. You hit the floor and you do 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 push-ups, whatever is your game. That's another activity that you do of sacrifice. You manipulate your food in a certain way, and for breakfast, one less bit of sugar, one less bit of coffee, one less whatever it is that little bit less of not sacrificing your macros. You got to hit your numbers, but there is that something that you can do just a little less for food, or just even tracking your food. You rather have the muffin and the bacon and the cereal and whatever, but you just break it down to like a protein shake. That's what I have every morning. I can't have less protein shake because I need to consume it to hit my macro. But wouldn't you rather have a big breakfast burrito? Like, yeah, well then you're already dieting. You're already limiting your food. You're already minimizing your food by just having that protein shake. So just add the intention. I only have a protein shake, knowing that I would rather have a breakfast burrito, but I'm so used to having this protein shake. But yeah, I'm aware that I'd rather have the burrito. All right, so the intention to that shake, the intention to not having the burrito, knowing that you very well can. No one would know. No one would probably care. It wouldn't matter to anybody. They'd probably like to see you enjoy a burrito because all you have in the morning is a slice of sourdough and a protein shake for the last 3 years. That they'd be like, oh, cool, he's finally having the burrito he really wants. But you choose not to, so you're already doing. So by the 3 wins right there, waking up early, hitting the floor right away, and continuing to have your protein shake instead of that delicious, mouth-watering, toasty, crunchy, salty, spicy breakfast burrito. That's 3 forms of gratitude. On top of that, once you kind of hit the car, you go for your walk, or you go do your thing, you start being grateful for the blessings that you have. You're stacking wins. You're stacking gratitude wins from the moment you get up. That 4th one I was telling you at the end, which is really cool, is you look at yesterday. What do I regret from yesterday? It's like, well, how can you be grateful about what you regret? You're recognizing what you regret. Let's say yesterday I ate a little too much. Like, man, I shouldn't have had that 3rd cookie. I shouldn't have had that 4th. I regret it. And truly, don't do fake regrets, because I've done those too. When like, no, really, realize it. No, I really don't regret that. Society may see it as something you should regret, but me personally, no, I'm down with that. I don't regret it. Then it's not a regret. But then there's those things where it's like, you very well know in the depths of your heart, that you regret that thing you said, thought, did, It doesn't have to be an action. It's more powerful if it's just in here. You thought a certain way about your neighbor. You thought a certain way about that person who was crossing the street and was standing with their toes at the edge. You said your opinion when nobody asked for it. You regret talking about that person. You regret saying mean things about that person. That's not part of your character. You've changed your ways. You're trying to become better, and you still said something and you regret it. Well, how can I be thankful about that? That you recognize it, that you're realizing what you don't like about yourself, and be thankful that you recognized it, and that next day you're not going to do it. Or that day that you regret, I'm regretting this, what happened yesterday, and I didn't like that I did it. I'm not going to do it today. Right there. That's gratitude. The fact that you're checking yourself, you're disciplining yourself and saying, I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to make it a point that anybody that I see crossing the street or doing something similar to that, I'm not going to do it. Next time that happens and someone does something that I want to judge them, I'm not going to judge them, because that's not my character. That's not who I want to be. That's a form of gratitude, because you're being grateful that you're elevating. You're being grateful by bettering yourself. You're actually putting more value into who you are and how you conduct yourself, because you want to become better. Becoming better is a form of gratitude, because you're trying to become the version of you that you were meant to be, the version of you that you respect and admire. So by elevating yourself and recognizing your faults, and your faults are easy to identify by what you regret, because it's your conscience telling you, we shouldn't do that no more, or we should be doing that, and you didn't do it. That's a form of regret. Those are all regrets. Things that you shouldn't have done that you did, things that you should do that you didn't do. You recognize those and you apply yourself, and you start either stop doing them or start doing them, and that's another form of gratitude. Continuing to better yourself every day that you're alive. I hope this helps. If this video helped you out at all, if it was inspiring, if it got you going, if it got you thinking, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hang out with me on the next video. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps the channel out and makes me feel nice that someone out there actually did hit the like button. And yeah, triple check that you are subscribed. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, bust them in the comment section down below. I'll get at you on the next one.